The countdown is on for the start of the Thermal Grand Prix, the racetrack built in a rural setting, bringing thousands of people to the area. It's an area already seeing growth and hopefully more opportunities for locals to come. News Channel 3's Kendall Flynn joins us from the Thermal Club with more. Kendall.
Hey Karen, that's right. With Thermal being in an unincorporated area, you can imagine there's not a lot of businesses out here other than the Thermal Club itself, which has its own businesses within, including a Tower Market gas station, restaurants, hotel casitas, and neighborhood housing. But owner Tim Rogers tells me he expects this to change in the near future.
That's already kind of expanding, Thermal.
Tim Rogers has been in Thermal, California for 12 years as the owner of the Thermal Club, a place he's seen slowly start to grow. But after the club hosts their first sanctioned IndyCar Grand Prix, he hopes to grow more.
We have plenty of land to build out on to grow.
Rogers says December marked the start of a historic construction on Thermal's first community park, something he helped fund. And in his own community, he hopes to keep building.
We already have close to 500 acres here. We have adjacent land, so we're looking at developing we have 4 tracks. We're looking at developing a 5th track.
But he says he's not the only organization to expand in Thermal.
They're doing a 600-acre horse ranch nearby, and there have been several wave parks that have been discussed that are close by, so this area is growing.
The new site for the Desert International Horse Park, called the Thermal Ranch, will also bring commercial retail, hotels, and neighborhoods to the community. But with growth comes potential cost inflation. Rogers says he's certain it will only bring people in, and he plans to combat that.
The values have gone up, not a lot where it prices people out, but they've gone up. We've got 92 houses built so far, and we're looking at even doing like a 8-plex so we can get the price down for people so they have more access to it.
Rogers says between the ranch and a possible 5th raceway, there will be housing, but also more jobs, which is a large need for the East Valley residents, where the unemployment rate is over 10%, nearly triple the national average. But Rogers says employment that lasts is key to changing that statistic.
We keep our employees year-round. We don't lay them off. We also have typically 300 local construction workers here on any given day, because we have construction companies that are building most of the houses. But then as we get more members, we add more people in hospitality, food and beverage, residential services.
Rogers says the possibilities for commercial retail, job opportunities, and more are endless here in Thermal. Maybe a couple years before we see it happen, but the Indy Grand Prix might kickstart that. And if you want more information on the Grand Prix or what's going on out here at the Thermal Club, you can find that on air and on our website at KESQ.com. Live in Thermal, Kendall Flynn, News Channel 3.